today I have a very special treat for you. You may know, if you've been here before, that one of my very favorite brands is Westman Atelier. I really enjoy Gucci Westman's aesthetic. It's beautiful, youthful looking skin that looks effortless and like you did nothing, although you did. Not quite a no makeup look, but it just really works for me. And every year she does a little box for the holiday season. Last year's box was so beautiful, and I'll link that video right here. This year's is also beautiful. It's a little bit different. So this time it is gold, and instead of lifting the top like so, it detaches, it goes like this. It's so reflective, it's almost like a mirror. There are 3 pieces in here, and they are based on one of her very first blush colors, Petal, which I have and I use a lot. So there's another Petal blush, which I think is this one, and then there's a Petal lid up stick, which is her highlighter, which is this one, and then she did Petal in the lip. I cannot remember the name of this lip. I didn't notice that I had a thumbtack. I shot this video already, but I didn't like it, so I thought I'd shoot it again. And as luck would have it, it is completely cloudy today. There is no blue sky, so the light is kind of cool looking when I'm looking at it here. But sometimes when I put it into the computer, it warms up a little bit, so we'll see what actually happens. And I already have my base on. I used her foundation drops, which I love, a little bit light for me, and then I mixed 2 colors. This is the e.l.f. concealer, and I used this, and then I used this. This is a dupe for this. This is the Clinique, but this is quite light for me, and this is too peach for me. It's almost like a corrector. So I kind of mixed those together under the eyes, and that's great. And then I did a light powdery because I was super shiny from my sunscreen. So that's what's going on with my base, and this will probably be pretty quick, but you know what I want to do is a little swatching of all 3 products, and voila, this is the blush. As you can see, it is a mauvey kind of pink. I feel like there's both warmth and cool to it, the lit up stick, and I'll have to build this a little bit to give you an idea, but basically it's just a sheen. And of course I put it right over this bone, so you might not be able to see it. And I cannot remember what this is called, and I cannot look. I cannot say this often enough. I know that makeup artists or lines don't watch my channel, but good God, you guys, there's so much room here. So much room. Make the label bigger and make the name. I can't even read it with a magnifying glass. So I can't remember what it's called. But there it is right there. I would say the depth of tone for these probably from, very light, pretty light, to solid medium. I consider myself light medium, but I think solid medium could definitely get away with these colors. So let's put some on the face. Let's start with the blush. And I'm going to pick it up with my finger. And this packaging is so pretty, but it feels lighter than the regular packaging, the gray, the kind of stone packaging that she has for these. It's still magnetized, as you can see. It's very pretty, but it doesn't have that same weight. And then I'll just take a clean finger and go around the edge. I'm putting it on a little bit high today. I feel like I might have gotten a little too much, but I bet in 3 minutes I won't feel that way. Whether that's because it's kind of faded or because my eye is used to it, up for debate. I'm going to put some of this on my eye. I love doing blush on the eyes. And hopefully just a small amount. When I did this the other day, I put a little too much on. Yeah, that's better. And that way, it's like everything is simpatico. Everything is relating to each other. Now let's try the lit up stick. Now the lit up stick, you can put on your lips. Let's do that. It feels actually pretty nice. and it imparts the teeniest bit of coverage. You can also take it with your finger and put it on your lid so you get a slightly glossy lid. I'm just putting the teeniest bit on. And I feel like I'm lower than usual, like what's going on here? Right there, now this is my normal. Now for the lid up stick on the face, I have to tell you, I have used this, I have had this for a couple of days, I have shot this video already, but in that time, I've used this just as my blush. It doesn't impart so much color, but just enough and a little bit of sheen, and it just looks like healthy skin to me. You can put it with your finger, or I'll just do it this way. See? It's just subtle. I'm not sure that you'll be able to even see it on my skin because I already have a sheen from my sunscreen and my foundation, but I'm here to tell you, lips, on the eyes, and sometimes as a blush. I know that I see the color with this because I felt like I just added some color right here, and the sheen is a little bit more. Now for the blush, you can also put some of this blush on your lips. The blush is not as comfortable on the lips as the lid up stick, but you can get a little bit more. It's a little less shiny with this over the lid up stick and by itself. I don't think I'd do it by myself, honestly. And that's really a pretty, fresh look. And it's getting darker and darker, and I feel like my screen is getting more white. And white, and I'm so disappointed. But I think we're going to have a couple of days of this kind of weather, and the show must go on. Now I just took that lip off, and let's try this by itself. See how shiny that is? And it's almost like my lip color. It's just a teeny bit darker, and I think there's more blue in my lips. But today, I think they look very similar under this light. Very similar. This is a little bit different than her others in that, now this one doesn't have that lemon scent that the other two that I have. I'm not sure if it's just a color thing or if they changed the formula, but I love that lemony scent. And unlike other things that call themselves healing, nurturing, feels delicious on your lips, this actually does. It does have a slightly oily feeling, which I really like. It's not the kind of oily feeling where if you rub your lips together you feel your skin come off, you know, that feeling, but it just feels very light, very comforting, a little bit cushiony, a little bit like it's a barrier between you and the elements on your lips. And I'm very fussy about that kind of stuff, so I love this formula. And again, here are all three colors, and I think this is just a super great everyday healthy look. I really love this a lot. I do want to put on some mascara though, so back in a flash. And a little bit of mascara done. Now I kind of actually liked it without the mascara because I felt like it looked so much like that Your Skin, but perfected. Or is she wearing makeup or is she not? Maybe just a little bit of gloss on. Where with the mascara, to me, mascara always makes me look like I feel like I'm wearing makeup. It's very hard to find a natural looking mascara that just makes your lashes look like you have more. And I'm actually doing some tests on mascaras right now, so this is one of them, and it's definitely not doing that. It's just making them look long and like mascara, but that's another video for another time. I love this look, and I've used it a couple of times in the last couple of days, so every day since I bought it, and it just, like I said, it just gives me that healthy, perfected look, and I think it's beautiful. I think the box is beautiful. Watch, the camera is now just gonna, hello. The box is gorgeous, a beautiful gift for yourself or for a very good friend. If you know somebody who hasn't worn makeup in a while and they're just getting back into it, this is kind of hard to mess up. It's impossible to do too much. Well, you could really go ham on the blush, but this is not something that is intimidating for somebody new to makeup, young or old, or coming back to makeup. It's just lovely, as most of Westman Atelier products are. And that's going to wrap up today's video, you guys. I hope it was helpful. I want to thank you for spending some time with me, and I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be safe and smart, and I'm wishing you good health.